Good morning. Thank you, T Money. And thank you, Online Safety, for letting me know. Good morning, you guys. You know, this happens like once a week or so. Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a good morning. I've only taken 2 trades this morning, a break even and a win, and that's it. I would have known that I was muted a long time ago, but I couldn't fix the chat. But good morning, Rio. Good morning, Online Safety. Good morning, Applejacks. Good morning, T Money. How are you guys this morning? Applejacks, you tell those people that you're supposed to be trading at that time. They're getting in the way of your money. Online Safety, why are you getting effed up this morning? Is it the low volatility? Even though the volatility is super low today, like the price action is even weird. Like, when is the last time we just saw dump, consolidation, push up? Now let's see if we have consolidation, push. Like, we haven't seen anything that clean in a minute. But this whole week, I told y'all I don't have high expectations for this week. So whatever green I can get out of this week, whether it's on a daily basis or just at the end, by the end of the week period, I'll take it. No, I wasn't on the phone. I was just I always mute my mic like when I'm after I close out the stream, and I just forgot to unmute it. That's all. Good morning, Sean. How are you? Sean. I think it's Sean. It sounds like I'm underwater. Hold on. It's a lot going on today. All right, I just unplugged it and plugged it back in. Please let me know if that fixes it. I'm really thinking about investing in a different mic anyway. So that's probably going to come out. That's probably going to be coming soon. Oh, I thought you were saying no, because when I'm gaming, sometimes like my friends' microphones, they sound like they're underwater. So I thought you were telling me my microphone sounds like I'm underwater. Oh, you're in drawdown. Is it the price action? So just like the other day, well, let's see. From 6 o'clock in the morning until 8:36, I was in a downtrend bias. But since 8:36, I've been in an uptrend bias. And we have not changed again since. And I always tell you guys, the least number of times in a session that my bias changes, I know that I won't have a lot of setups. But yeah, I was saying that, I think while I was muted, I did go through my losses from yesterday. And pretty sure I had 3 and only one of them couldn't be mitigated. I told you guys with the one where I was rotating over the green level for a buy, but it's basically kind of like the bottom of that changeover zone. I kind of already had a feeling about that one. I did look at that one a little bit deeper, and yeah, that was a problem. So that one's mitigated. And then there was the last loss that I took like a couple of minutes after 10 o'clock that I had already figured that one out before I even got off the stream. So yesterday should have been 4 wins, a loss, and a break even. And if I combine that with Monday, this week so far should be 8 wins, 2 losses, and 3 break evens. So yeah. So that's where we're at with that one. Now, I do at some point probably want to look into this trade right here. Most of the time when I take this kind of trade, it's a higher high to a higher low to a lower high, and that's what I prefer. This is like a trend change, basically, getting in before the trend change. However, because this looks like a traditional pullback, I don't really get a whole lot of setups with this one, but I also think that it's because I probably need to redefine the rules for it. I just don't get a whole lot of setups like that. So it's like, do I really want to define it, or do I really just want to keep it the way that I have it and it just really is what it is? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know at all. So we'll see, I guess. Yeah, I just don't know. Oh shit, I almost took that trade and I ain't supposed to. Girl, pay attention. Can't take this trade because my major level's right here. And if you look, it would be going through the wick of this candle and the body of this one. So this particular rotation to attempt to continue the sell down and change the bias from an uptrend to a downtrend, I cannot have it rotate over my major level like that. So, and it looks like the volume is gonna invalidate itself anyway, so, which it just did. I am interested in this buy if we don't sit here for too long. If we sit here for too long, I'm gonna need it to stall a lot longer. Oh, I can't. 873, 868. All right. I don't know if we're gonna be able to hold that. And actually, we're gonna break even because our zigzag changed. Technically, I would have been taken out with this little bitty spike at the bottom, out of the bottom of the candle. This should have taken me out, but my entry was a little bit inside of this bar instead of right at the close of this one. So that was helpful. At least I didn't get the full loss out of it, but number one, I broke even because this is clearly divergence, right? And anytime I'm in a divergence trade and the zigzag changes, I have to break even. But also, if you guys see, not only did we have that, but this rotation level painted in the middle of me being in the trade, and this is something that I always have to break even with. So either way, it would have ended up being a break even no matter what. No matter what. My chart's confluence and system indicated a strong down move. I've entered too early. I got you. I got you. Got you. I got you. So the biggest scammer is Patrick. I'm weak. Color change. Okay. All right, got a nice little buy out of that. Baby Hamza is spilling tea. All right. No divergence. I don't like taking divergence where it's gonna close on my yellow lines that I draw. So with this buy that's setting up right now, I really want to see it pull back to 166.50 before, well, now it doesn't matter because our zigzag changed. I'm trying to figure out. I want to see this trade work out because I don't take a whole lot of divergence trades like this where I mean, I have it written down on the problem is I got two different things written down on my cheat sheet right now. And there is a specific volume pattern that I would like to see, right? But I also have it written down that it needs to be a double bottom, well, never mind, double bottom, double top end. But I'm pretty sure that doesn't need to be a thing anymore. So, yeah. We do have another news event coming up here pretty soon. $9.30. think we're gonna stall here for too long. Yep. Looking for this divergence trade right now. If we stall too long, it's gonna invalidate itself. All right, now I don't really like the trade right here. All right, that pulled us away a little bit more. I had a feeling. I really just had a feeling just because of the overnight low being there. But I don't really treat the overnight low and high like I do the prior high and low, where like I can only take buys here. Or can only take sales at the overnight high. So aside from that, I mean, it looked how I wanted it to look. So yeah, I'm pretty sure. I might have to look and make sure, but I'm pretty sure I don't have to worry about that, but I could be wrong. I've made so many changes over the last 8 weeks. It's hard to keep up with everything, but I'm pretty sure I don't have that issue. I've removed everything from my charts except my system. I just need to trust it like you trust your system. Absolutely, online safety. Don't get me wrong, like there's times where I'll just play around with different indicators, see if it's something I want to add or take away, see if there's something that like is not as important as I thought it was. But at this point, what I have going on is pretty much what it needs to be. You know, I can't really remove the pivot levels. I can't remove the VWAP levels. I can't remove the open high low or the open high low close indicators. And then of course I have the volume indicator in my half trends. This is like legit the most bare bones that my charts can be. And it just is what it is, you know. I don't feel like there's anything that I need to add at this point at all. But sometimes I just play around with stuff just so I can, you know, if someone is looking for something in particular, I know that it's out there. I just need to find where I found it, kind of thing. But yeah, you just got to trust your system. If you know what your edge is, right, then you just have to trust what you have, period. Don't second guess yourself. Don't overanalyze anything. Just trust your system and go from there. That's it. I was trying to see kind of how I felt about this trade. This is literally only set up. Actually, this is probably the only time that it's set up since the first week of March. However, when my bias is opposite, this was the volume pattern that I would be looking for. So I wanted to kind of see like if it would be the same. Now, I don't really want to take this one into consideration though, because I was rotating over the prior close, which is a resistance level for me. So even though I can take buys here, so like let's say this pulled all the way down to the prior close and my, you know, the entry was valid, I can do that. But because it is a resistance level for me, I cannot take a rotation over it. So it's a little bit different. So I don't really want to take that one into consideration at all. So I won't even think about that one. The most I'll probably do today so far with the trades that I've taken, as far as reviewing anything, is really just to review over again my divergence trades that happen at the overnight high and low, and just see if that's a thing, because everything else was exactly how I wanted it to be. Yeah, we'll see. I also wonder because it probably has nothing to do with that. See, I looked at that on May 2nd. Actually, I think I know what it is now, but I have to find what was the I gotta wait for it to get away from this pivot level. So in the meantime, I'm trying to find the first day that I was looking at that divergence pattern, or the last time I looked at it and had all the trades written out. think I already got it figured out. So with this particular divergence trade, right? All of my all of my trades, you guys know, I have like specific volume patterns that I'm looking for. But with my divergence trades, and there's one other particular setup, if the volume pattern doesn't look exactly how I want it to, but the entry bar is reacting off of a level, then there's a different pattern that I'm looking for based on it reacting off of a level. Okay. So with this particular trade, that's what happened. Was the pattern wasn't what I was looking for, but it was reacting off of a level, and based off of it reacting off of the level, the alternate pattern was valid. However, looking through, I think that it doesn't need to be that it's reacting off of a level. It needs to literally just be reacting off of a VWAP. So no matter how many other levels are here to give confluence that, hey, there could be some resistance here, it just needs to be the VWAP. Because looking through my data, all of the times where it hit a level and gave me a different volume pattern, even if the overnight high was there, overnight low, the current open, prior close, any of that, there was always a VWAP attached to it as well. The only other time there was no VWAP attached, the actual patterns of the swings were different, which makes it different as well. So, if I had to guess, I'm going to guess that the divergence trade is gonna end up being written down as an invalid trade once I journal. I'm trying to go through, let's see, 422. This is why I'm so detailed. Still waiting on the first swing up away from that pivot level. All right, so VWAP, 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 VWAP. Yeah, that's what it is. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change on my cheat sheet. I don't want it to say the volume pattern or it hitting a level. I just want to say it needs to be the specific volume pattern or a VWAP touch. And if it touches the VWAP, then I can look for a different pattern, and that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and write text on my screen so that I can remember. I'm gonna write invalid or level needs to be VWAP only. Well, not VWAP only, but only the VWAP matters. All right, so valid. All right, so that way when I go back and journal, I already know. Because legit, I literally was just looking at this Thursday. Yeah. So at least I know now that it needs to be a VWAP. No sell here. We be going back towards the current open and the VWAP. So we're not gonna do that. Alright, definitely can't be. C52. Don't think I've had. Nope. Alright, yeah. So definitely it's just gonna be VWAPs. Alright, we're starting to get some movement. We are pushing towards the session high, so gotta make sure I pay attention to that. So it looks like for the week I'm break even on each account. So that's good. Let's just see where we can go from here, I guess. I was just looking through the trade performance on NinjaTrader. Now, we are trading near the middle pivot level, which I can't take rotations off of that level either. So we either need to push away and come back and use it as a level of support, which I really want to get away from the overnight high anyway, because even though I could take divergence, like divergence buys there or divergence sells at the overnight low, I do not, when it comes to just traditional pullbacks in the direction of the trend, I treat it like I would treat the prior high and low. So good morning, Clarity. How are you this morning? Good morning, good morning. Hamza must have got off because I hear Husk's voice. All right. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Still need to push a little bit further up. You're green. You're happy with that? I feel it, Clarity. Okay. I feel it. I feel like anyone who comes out this week green, baby, we are solid. Because my goodness, this week has been treacherous. You know what? I want to look and see. Hold on, because I want to see this month. Which week was? Let me filter this. Like that. All right. So last month. So April 10th was FOMC last month. I want to look at the week of April 15th to see how bad the volatility was then. So last month, the week after FOMC, actually was not a bad week of volatility for my strategy. I just wanted to see, because sometimes I do see specific patterns like that. Like for sure, the week of FOMC, I usually don't have much that Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday is typically the most trades of the week, and then Thursday is okay. Friday like dries up. Well, last week, Wednesday actually was the least number of trades I had for the entire week. So that was a little bit of a switch up, but I can say that it's always the week before FOMC that is the highest volatility and most number of trades for my strategy. So what I'm really wanting to see is for us to push up probably like another 5 to 6 points and then have a push down, have a pullback. Because what I don't want to do is for the entry bar to touch the overnight high. All right, this is what I'm looking for. We've pushed far enough away for me to not be worried about that anymore. Now it's just a matter of the pullback happening. I mean, this has just literally been a grind higher all day. All day since, I mean, market open, obviously, because we were in a grind down beforehand. Looks like we might get a little reaction off of the VWAP. If we do, I'm not going to get into the buy, obviously. So we just need to wait a little bit. I can't say the VWAP levels are far away from each other today. I mean, they're about 40 points away, which lately we've been seeing like 20 points. Let's see, 42, 25, 42, 43. All right, yeah, we definitely have to count this as a VWAP touch. The high is 42.25. The VWAP level is at 42.43, so it's within a tick. So I gotta count it. So because of that, I'm not interested in the buy. And sorry guys, I didn't even realize my charts wasn't moving. My bad. My bad, my bad. All right, it's looking like we might be setting up for a sale here, just based off of how price like pulled down pretty far below my minor level. I mean, if it reverses here, it's still going to close over it, but it looks like we might be pushing down. Good morning, Ken Jr. Thank you for the sub. Good morning, good morning. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. I would really like for this bar to close above this yellow line right here. All right, let's see if we get what I'm looking for. I want kind of like an immediate rejection here. Hopefully, we'll see. That's what I really want. As long as we don't have some super duper 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 long stall, or of course we push up too high, then it should be good. What I do not want is for this line to go through the body of the entry candle, because then things change. So I really want to see a wick down or to wick off of this level. Come on, wick. There was so much volume in this candle up that, like I said, as long as we don't stall too long here, should be a valid trade. But it is resisting the push down. So we'll see. Okay, now we're taking too long. Oh, there it goes. Do have a zigzag change, but gotta stick with it. Ooh, good morning, Bri. I can't pronounce the entire name. My apologies, but good morning. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the sub. I was just about to manually break even anyway because we hit that rotation level there. I do have 2 of the accounts are still in the trade right now. Right, there we go. 2 of them had already immediately got filled at the TP, and then 2 of them were still in. Good morning, Husk. How are you? I do have your stream open, just so you know. I just haven't talked in anybody's stream this morning. That's all. Sorry. Good morning, Bri. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Amelia. Girl, I was wondering where you was. You, Janelle. Trenches. We also haven't seen True Seeker in a minute. Good morning. All right. So, what was I about to do? Oh, go to the trade performance because I want to see. All right. So far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades. I got 3 wins, a loss, and 2 break evens in there. But I already told you guys that loss, I've already noticed where the issue came there. We needed a VWAP reaction versus a reaction off of open, high, low, close levels. So technically, right now, I should be 3, 0, and 2. So let's see what this last hour brings us. All right. Uh-oh. I've been listening the whole time, but this job, oh my gosh, this job. Amelia, I feel you. I feel you, honey. That is why the majority of us are on this journey to begin with, because we want to be out of that job. out of it. But I thank you for tuning in. All right, so it's looking like there's two things that I need to, I wouldn't even say review because I already reviewed the first thing with the divergence trade, but one of the other trades that I took that technically should have been a loss, but I was filled a little bit lower than my entry for the buy, which saved me. Now I did end up breaking even anyway. The zigzag changed. We hit a new rotation level that painted while in the trade. But whenever I write those kind of trades down, I do write down that I broke even and why I, like, if it's because I manually broke even, I will. But anytime something like that happens where it should have been a loss, when I go through and I look at that particular volume pattern to see if I want to keep it, because with that setup, I can do two different volume patterns. And I feel like the one that's set up today is the one that I don't really have a whole lot of data on. It just happened to work a couple of times. So probably by the time I go through the data again, I'm just going to completely take it off and just stick with the original volume pattern that I really, really like and kind of go from there. But I just understand that, like, there are some times where there's going to be alternate volume patterns that I'm looking for, and that's okay. But yeah, I don't think that one needs to have an alternate one. I don't think. Oh man, Troy, you're out of there. Damn it, can I not? Hold please, guys. Bye, Troy. It will take me a day or two to grind out of this drawdown. I deserve to be beaten. Online safety. But you know what? It's all right. This is what I say. Look at the silver lining of it and the positive note. Number one, this is a day that you can go back and review to see what it was that even made you go into drawdown to begin with, which it sounds like you had things outside of your system on the charts, which caused you to get in too early. So that's number one. We always love a good learning lesson because that learning lesson is going to prevent you from doing it in the future. That's number one. Number two, I would say to think positively about the fact that you have such a great edge with your strategy that you know that even though you're in this crazy drawdown, you have the ability to grind out of it. Silver lining. Silver lining. Especially when you get told to do this. What if I could do XYZ easily? I wouldn't be asking you. Hello. Was that a troll? I saw all caps and that's it. No, it was a scammer. Something about an AI bot and something else. So we just said bye. You don't belong here. For whatever reason though, it doesn't let me see what I need to see like inside of OBS. I have to go to YouTube on my browser to even do what I need to do, but that's all right. All right, so this trade I know for sure I will not be getting into a buy. We got a lower low to a lower high to a higher low. And the reason why I can't get into this trade is because based on the volume pattern of the swings, I need for there to be a support of a VWAP in order for me to be comfortable with the trend going up. Not really worried about the double top middle. That's not even a concern. But essentially with this particular pullback pattern, what I don't like to see is the volume of this swing is higher than this swing is higher than this swing. So we have like a stair step down. And anytime there's a stair step down like that with this particular pullback, it needs to be supported by a VWAP. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. But based on all the data that I have, that's it. And then It doesn't even matter because my minor level's here, which means if this bar closes up, my minor level will be going through the body of the entry candle, which I don't take trades like that unless we are pushing off of a new session high or low. So the trade just invalidated itself and we just wait. Now it does look like we're possibly pushing down towards a bias change zone. So I'll go ahead and draw that so that it's there ahead of time. And we'll just go from here. That was actually a pretty good entry on the sell when I took it up here. My entry is all the way up here. This is a 5-minute chart. And you can see we pushed down, came up and wicked right near my entry again, and then just pushed down again. Now it looks like we are reacting at the overnight high. See, sell. You ever hear me like whisper sell, buy or something like that? Whenever I look at like lower lows or higher lows, whatever, like whatever the color is of it, I'll just be like, oh, sell. Like, I don't know. That's just how I think when I'm thinking about whether I'm taking the trades or which setup is it. Because I just don't like to think in terms of higher low, lower low, higher high. I just don't like thinking that way. I just like thinking about the colors. It's a lot easier for me to just process it and quickly know what setup is setting up at the time. So I can tell you there's nothing I could do right now. We'll have to either push through this zone on the downside or start trading back up here somewhere. Because we got to kind of get away from the middle pivot level, which is the yellow dots. Yeah, the AI bot, honey. I just feel like I wouldn't really say this about people who push courses or anything like that, even though sometimes it could be with them too. But if your bot was so great, you probably wouldn't be selling it. Although I do have a really good friend who has a great Forex bot. I will never take anything away from that. I used the Forex bot myself. The only thing was it basically did dollar cost averaging, and I hate, like, when I first got the bot and I would open up my MT4 when I would see, a trade happening and I see that it's red, and then boom, there's another entry and that one's red, and then boom, there's another entry and that one's red, and then that 4th, 5th, or 6th entry, all of a sudden that one turns green and all the other, everything closes out. So the first 6 entries were red, but the 7th entry was, blue, technically, for MT4. And I'm like, what the hell? And so there was a couple of times, because this is when I kind of first learned what the martingale or DCA strategy was, because I never seen anyone trade that way. Because I had this bot before I even discovered Alpine, because Alpine does that. I don't know if he's still doing it, but I know that he was at one time. And so I remember opening up the chart. I was like, okay, next time I see a trade happen, I'm going to open up the chart, because what the hell is this? And so I'm like, okay, wait. This is a clear downtrend. Why did this buy get put in here? And then why did we go 10 pips in the negative and there's another buy and another buy? It drove me crazy. Now, I did make profit on it. It never blew my account at all, but I also made sure that my lot sizes were sufficient. Like, I wasn't over leveraging or anything like that. But honey, I just couldn't keep going at it. I couldn't. I do remember there was one day where there was a couple of people who did get stopped out. Not stopped out. They did blow their accounts. There was one particular day, but mine never blew, probably because, again, I knew what kind of lot size to put in there just because of my trading experience. And a lot of those people were kind of using pretty high leverage just because they wanted money and they wanted it now. So Okay, Nutty is green. We love to see it. What is he in? Oh, he's in a buy right now. E. The bars are closing below his EMA. All right, we're getting the push down. Wait, what pivot level he got? I can't even see the price. Oh, 18,197.25. 18,197. Oh, that pivot level is basically right at the prior close. I'm listening to Methodical, and he said that if there was a specific pivot level that's on his chart, if it wasn't there, he would short. And basically the pivot level is pretty much where this red line is, the prior close. His pivot level is like 2 ticks below it. Is the stream working? I was on earlier, stream was lagging or something weird. It looks like it's working now. Sometimes I do have to go in and like press the live button again, because for whatever reason it'll like get off sync with some of them. Oh, it looks like Husk went ahead and got into it, even with the pivot being there. Oh, they both did. All right. No buy. No matter how this divergence sets up, we're going back towards the pivot level. So I treat that like I do the VWAP, where we just don't touch it. Trenches, I'm here. I'm just pissed off. I was red about 400 and then had a fat finger trade and I had to close red down. So down 750 now. Ouchie, wawa. I'm sorry. That sucks. Big time. Especially when you're scalping, because it's like, you know, as soon as you fat finger it or you have the entry and it invalidates itself and it happens too fast for you to get out of the trade, it sucks, because you just know, like, damn, there's practically no way for me to get out of this trade. There's been a couple of times where that happened to me. I think the last time was either last week or the week before. I remember, I think it was last week actually. I clicked the button for there to be an entry on the bar close, because the volume, like, as the bar was closing, the volume was like slowly creeping up with it. Well, as soon as I got in, I looked and I'm like, shoot, it's invalid now, because that last little spike of volume right before the bar closed invalidated the trade. And legit, I promise y'all, price went 1 tick in my direction and immediately fell. And it was just like, damn. Those are the worst. The worst. Hopefully we can get something decent in the next 45 minutes, but it's just been such a slow morning week. It's like, if you're not at a certain point by probably 9:30, maybe 10 o'clock, it's like, you just gotta hope that if you continue trading through the afternoon, that you have that afternoon rush after lunch. Yeah, the 1 tick is horrible. It's like, damn, if you at least go like 5 or 6 ticks in my direction, that gives me enough time to like make sure that the trade is still valid. But like I said, it only happens like if the volume is real close to being invalidated. But dang, if you just go a couple of ticks in my direction, I can click that break even button real quick, and at that point, whatever happens, happens. But unfortunately, it doesn't always happen that way. Let's see how we react here. If we close inside of this zone, that would basically be an immediate rejection of the attempt to trend down. Which, I mean, based on price action today, would make sense if it wants to continue grinding higher. And this just being a pullback. But we'll just have to see what ends up happening. There's a lot of support down here. You got the overnight low, you got the current open, as well as the prior open as well. Y'all, when is Mother's Day? Oh my God, please don't say it's Sunday. Oh hell. I'm like, why am I seeing all these Mother's Day ads? Well, that would be why, honey bun. What I don't want to see is a pullback here just to push back down. So I don't want to rotate over the prior open. So I would like to see for the pullback to happen a little bit lower, but let's see what happens. Then you see it go 50 points in your direction. We done seen that happen. We just seen that happen. What was that? Yesterday or the day before? Get stopped out by one extra little tick, and then it goes 100 ticks in my direction. Like, you could have just gave me what I was looking for. You didn't have to do all of that. Your birthday is Sunday. Happy early birthday. And I'll say happy belated on Monday if I remember. If I don't remember, please don't judge me. My memory has been bad since childhood. But happy early birthday. Are you doing anything special? All right. Really, at this point, you guys, it's just about seeing a reversal. Hopefully a reversal happens before we hit the middle VWAP level down here. That's all I'm really caring about. Sure. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. All right, we pushed up too high. I was looking for a rejection at 181.50, a wick from there, but it's now going through the body. So now do we wait again? Definitely looked like it was trying to set up, but you can see we created an outside bar instead. Just dinner. My friend's B-Day is on the 13th, so we usually go to a fancy dinner. Ooh, nice. What restaurant are you guys going to? I might end up taking my mom and my grandma to this one steakhouse that I really, really like. I might end up doing that. We'll see. My drawdown is a little more than that. If I follow my system without doing anything silly, then I'll recover in the next day or two. I'm the weak link. Listen, The good thing online safety is that you are the weak link and not your strategy. So that just means you got to fix yourself, which actually is probably harder than fixing a strategy, if I'm being honest, but you got this. You could do it. That means you'll be able to work your way out of it by the end of the week and go into next week back where you need to be. Yeah, it'll take me about 2 days to recover as well. Y'all got this. We haven't decided this time, though. We usually wait a week or two since it's Mother's Day. Hard to get reservations, yeah. We don't really do much. Like, normally I just give my mom and my grandma a card with either a gift card or some money in it, and I just keep it moving because they don't really want or need anything. I don't know. Like, I grew up in a household where the adults were like, I'm grown. If I wanted something, I wouldn't have waited for my birthday to ask anybody for it. I'd have just got it myself. And I've pretty much adopted the same notion. So, all right, let's see what kind of reversal we get here. 636. I would love to see a wick off of 181.50 still, just to the upside this time instead of a downside. All right, so now we've pushed down a little bit further than I would like. Still valid, but now I just got to look for something a little bit different. 636. What I'm hoping really is that we just don't stall long enough, or we just push down so far that I don't want to take the buy anymore. All right, well, it's valid now. But we might be rejecting instead and pushing down, but we'll see. But the buy is valid, so. I just typically prefer for, like, if we're gonna do this type of rejection and push up, I would prefer for there only to be a couple of bars to do so, but there's no rule for that to be a thing. It's just what I prefer to see. So, but we continue to reject off of it, so maybe we'll just push down instead. Oh, don't do that. All right, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all right now what I am going to be doing is with this particular setup where it goes through the body of both candles, I am going to have to look into the losses to see how many bars down do we go before I'm just like, okay, I don't want to do that anymore. Because legit, I only needed one more tick before my stop loss moved to break even. Just one. And it's pretty fucking annoying. Because I literally just called it before it happened. I'm like, I don't really like how far down we pushed, but I don't have anything yet in my rules that say like for this setup, if it pushes down this many bars, just don't take it, because I promise y'all the only losses that I have with this setup when it goes through the body of both candles is when it pushes down too far. But I don't know. So that'll be another thing that I look at today, because that's very annoying. Stuff like that irritates me, because it's like I know the pattern that I see that makes it iffy, but I haven't been able to quantify it. So it's very frustrating because I literally called it before it happened. I did. And watch, it's probably gonna go where it's hitting it might hit this rotation level and push down, but like that's just so frustrating. Now this buy right here, going back towards the double top, that wasn't valid, so, but that's very annoying, bro. I need food. I went to the grocery store yesterday, and so normally every week I would make this salad kind of from scratch, where I would buy like the big $5 tub of salad from Walmart. I will usually get the half and half blend, or it's not the spring mix, it's a different one. But anyway, I would get that. I would get how they sell those. It's like chopped onions, celery, and I think carrots in like a little container where it's already chopped up for me. I would get one of those, a bag of shredded carrots, and then 2 cucumbers. And so I would just make half of it, when I first get it, and then 3 days later or 4 days later after I've eaten it all, I would make the other half. Well, this time I just decided to buy some pre-mixed salad because I'm kind of tired of doing it myself, cutting the leaves and all that other stuff. And although it was good, I just feel like my salad was better. But I'm going to finish eating it. But I was just like, because I haven't had salad in a minute. I used to be super like routine with my meals. And then sometimes I just get to where I'm over it. And a lot of times when I'm over it, it's just because I don't feel like doing the preparation of it. But I just want to get back to eating the way that I did before, just so I can maintain the weight that I've lost. I loathe salad. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. I can say all salads are not created equal. They are not. When I was growing up, salad was like the only green anything that I would eat. That was it. Do not give me broccoli. Broccoli was disgusting, and do not put cheese on it. No. Oh wait, well, salad and cabbage. Now I'll eat a whole cabbage in one sitting if I could. But aside from cabbage and lettuce for some salad, please don't. Green beans, peas, like everything green, just no. Now in my old age, it's a little bit different. I'll eat green beans and I'll eat broccoli, but that's about it. I do not like greens at all. There is nothing appetizing about greens I don't care who cooks it. I don't care what it looks like. I just don't care. It's gross. Very disgusting. I'll tear some fruit up though. I did buy me a pineapple and some blueberries. So I want to add that to, well, I did it last night too. I added it to my yogurt and granola. I actually like that. The only reason why I stopped eating pineapple years ago is because I noticed that my back would swell whenever I ate pineapple, and we don't like that. Green on all PAs done for the day. Plus this time is when I force trades and get back my profits. So see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Clarity. We love green. We love green. And since this is a time where you typically force your trades, get off the charts, close it, go enjoy your day. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in. Green beans and greens up with some cornbread. No, I don't. My grandma makes great greens according to everyone, but it does not matter. I've tasted my mom's greens, my grandma's greens, which they make them different. I've tasted greens at restaurants, soul food restaurants. It does not matter what you do. I just don't. It's like, okay, with cabbage, I feel like the taste is really mild, right? Like the green taste to it. I don't know how to describe it, but it's very mild. But with greens, it's just so, I don't know. And I also think that I don't like the texture of the leaves, which sounds crazy, but like cabbage can be really soft, which I like. I feel like no matter how you cook greens, there's always like, I feel like I'm chewing through a leaf from a tree, which I've never chewed through a leaf from a tree, but that's the only way I could describe it, damn it. Good morning, Janelle. Received my 6K Apex approval today. It's official. Congratulations. And good morning, good morning. I'm so happy for you. It's because your people not Southern. Actually, they are Applejacks. We from Mississippi. Going garden. It's spring. Enjoy your day. My family is Southern. It's just me not like it. Let's see. Open. Good morning, Skinny Bear. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the sub. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in. No, they love soul food. I just don't. I don't at all. I don't like the way it makes me feel. I've always felt that way, even like since I was a kid. I never liked soul food, really. Especially like when all the comfort foods are put together. It's one thing for me to just have some mac and cheese or just have like some cabbage, maybe put a little sweet potatoes in there, but not like in the cabbage, but you get what I'm saying. But like to have a plate full of comfort foods, why am I sleepy while I'm eating? Yeah, greens is a no. I don't like black eyed peas. I don't like okra. I don't like any of those weird things. I'm very simple. Give me a meat, which is usually going to be turkey since I don't eat chicken or pork. So just give me some turkey or fish. Give me some corn and some broccoli or green beans, and I'm good. If you want to do cabbage, fine. But I usually load up my plate with vegetables more than I do anything else. And I always eat all of my vegetables off my plate before I eat my meat. Sometimes I might, eat a little bit of meat, but most of the time I fill up on vegetables first because that's where all the nutrients are. I used to be so mad when my mama made turnips instead of collards. Turnips? I don't even know if I've ever had turnips, but they look very unappetizing and unappealing, so I just can't. Soul food gives big back energy. Yeah. Very much so. Very much so. I just can't. Like, I promise y'all, when I was a kid, and you would have your family gatherings and stuff, and There's all this great food. It's like, I'm so tired. I don't even want to go outside and play. So I knew at an early age that soul food was just not going to be my thing at all. I don't really cook with a whole lot of like butter and oils, and I don't really cook with salt at all. Sometimes I might give a little shake of some pink Himalayan salt, and that's about it really. But I don't, anything that's too sugary, salty, I just cannot. I can't. Definitely still haven't really pushed down very far because the bias change zone is here and the new one to change to an uptrend is above it. If this was below it, then I know that we pushed down far enough. So kind of until that happens, it looks like it's just a pullback of the uptrend. And let's see. Got 25 minutes left. So I don't like candy yams. I will eat candy yams when my grandma cooks them. Yes. However, I don't like it all the time. Like if you cook it just like once a month, once every couple months, cool. Of course, Thanksgiving, I'm going to put it on my plate. And matter of fact, I'm gonna mix it in my mac and cheese. Who cares? It's Thanksgiving. You can do what you want. But I don't like them when they're too sweet. Like if I can look and see the brown sugar in there, I don't want it. Like, I like more of the, the cinnamon and nutmeg taste to it. Cool. But if there's too much sugar, I'm not interested. And if I do eat it, I don't really consume a lot of it anyway. Come on, are we going to grind down or what? I'm really, really mad at this trade. I am. I'm not going to lie. Because I have to figure out how to freaking quantify this. It went 15 ticks in the direction. And I needed it to go 16 for a break even. So I'm pretty pissed about that. My ancestors weep. Sweet potato pie. Now, see, I can eat sweet potato pie because most people's sweet potato pie that I eat, they don't make it super sweet. So I love sweet potato pie. But I'm also like, I don't really like a whole lot of dessert anyway. I don't typically eat like cake at all. I might have a cupcake maybe. I do like ice cream, but I don't really ever buy ice cream. So unless we're having some kind of birthday party or something, I don't really consume ice cream. I have to really, really be craving ice cream for me to buy it. Like probably the last time I bought ice cream was likely last summer. Like I just don't do that. But I do like sweet potato pie and lemon meringue pie, but not the way that most people make it. My mom makes her lemon meringue in like a cheesecake kind of, it's not really like a cheesecake kind of way, but she does use it's like cream cheese, sweetened condensed milk, and lemon juice. It's pretty much it, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not the traditional lemon meringue. The traditional lemon meringue is disgusting. I would never. I'm trying to think of what other desserts. Pound cake, I guess, is cool sometimes, but again, I don't really like cake. But if I'm gonna eat some kind of cake, it'll be a little tiny slice of pound cake. My ancestors weep. I always crack up when I see guys online saying like, we're losing our grandma's recipes. These girls don't know how to cook like our grandmas. Well, your grandma had high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes, and I don't think I want that. So we can lose those recipes. Thank you. Just saying. big back energy. She doesn't want a big back, so she doesn't want to cook like your grandma. No offense. Any lemon flavored dessert. I remember when I was doing my travel nurse assignment in Springfield, right before I left, we had like this little potluck or whatever, which I don't really consume people's potlucks, but I did make some lemon meringue pie. And so I remember I only put the first one out because I low-key, high-key, low-key wanted to keep the other pie to myself. I should have just kept it home. So, you know, I put it out there, and I promise y'all, I don't know who took the first slice, but when I looked up again, probably like 30 minutes later, the whole pie was gone. Who made the lemon? Who made that lemon thing? What is that? Because they didn't say lemon meringue. They had no idea. They were like, who made that lemon cheesecake? What is that? I was like, me? I said, no. First I said, well, why are you asking? See, anytime somebody asks who made, you got to ask why they asking first. Because if it was nasty, it wasn't me. If it was good, I'm going to take props. But they ate it. They loved it. So I brought the second one out. That was gone. And I was like, damn. Like, I know how to make it myself. It's because it's so easy. I think it's like 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, 1 block of cream cheese, and like a half a cup of lemon juice, if I'm not mistaken. And you just blend it up with an electric mixer, pour it in a pie crust, and just put it in the fridge. Let it, mold overnight. That's really it. I do make a mean peach cobbler though. I do. My peach cobbler is off the chain. Okay. Peach cobbler, and I would say chili. People love my chili. One of the I think the second to last time that I made chili, I had so much that I ended up giving 2 gallon bags. Was it a gallon? No, maybe it was a gallon bag to one of my childhood friends. And baby, when I tell you, he ate that gallon bag, by the next night, it was gone. He was like, yo, you got some more? And so now he'll always hit me up like, you made some chili. No, I did not. Leave me alone. I'm not making you any chili. But he was cracking me up because he was like, man, this is so good. This got to be Campbell's. Oh, so now, whenever he asks me to make some chili, I'm like, you do know Walmart sells Campbell's, right? That's where you said it was from. I was trying to feed an army. Well, I have this really big pot, and I always make it in that because, first of all, my sister doesn't live with us anymore, and she loves my chili. Like, she asks me all the time. It doesn't matter, rain, sleet, or snow, summertime, it does not matter. She wants chili. So I always make enough for like her to take quite a bit to her house because her boyfriend loves the chili too. I need enough for myself, my mom, my grandma, my auntie wants some. Some of my friends want some. So I always make quite a bit. But at the time, the only reason why I kind of like made too much was because like usually my aunt or my grandma will like take quite a bit on the initial day that I made it, and they didn't that time. They came back, I think maybe like the next day they came back for some more, and they didn't take more with them like they usually do. So that's why I wasn't trying to feed an army. But I mean, shoot, it's a lot of us though. It's a lot of us. All right, we got 15 minutes left. If we end the day here, I would be more than satisfied. What did I have? Just 2 losses today, right? 1, 2, yeah, 2 losses. I just gotta figure out how to quantify that stupid buy over there. I gotta figure it out. I have to. Once I figure that out, I'll be golden. We already figured out the divergence loss, so I'm not worried about that. So what I'm probably going to have to do, because I already have, I have a place in here. Yeah, so I already have a place in my journal where I've already written out all the trades that happened up until April 5th. So I'll just pull out the ones that have that volume pattern and see if I can figure out, we'll see, but I don't have any losses. So what I'm probably going to have to do is just pull out every time that volume pattern happened and going back to the charts to see how many bars did we go before the reversal and see if that is a thing. Because let me look at the swing pattern real quick. Alright, yeah, the swing pattern's right. So that's gonna drive me crazy. But I don't trade off of hunches. We gotta quantify it. Because hunches is where you screw yourself. And I'm actually wondering, I wonder if we get rid of that one altogether. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't really like this trade because 2 ticks later I'll have to manually break even. We're too close to this line right there. $479, $314. Alright, I gotta break even. Because I thought that we got the pattern I was looking for and we didn't. So we didn't. 473. There was like a little bit of volume missing. Would have won, but gotta break even because we're going back into that stupid zone. Please push through. I would like for you to push through. So this would have broken even anyway. No, actually it wouldn't have broken even. Well, I would have had to hit the manual break even button as soon as it got into the zone, but it wouldn't have broken even on its own because it only went 14 ticks in profit. So, but yeah, with this sale, I was looking for, there was literally just 7 volume missing out of this candle to make it a valid trade. I thought we were gonna get to it, and once I saw that it invalidated, I got out, because I would rather get out than not and end up losing. So I'm okay with that. At least the last 2 break evens, I actually got the tick out of it versus it not. I kept myself from being dumb today. Actually worked there with this stupid 10 a.m. meeting. Well, we're going to hate Amelia's job today, but we're going to love yours because yours kept you from being dumb. That drop was crazy. Crazy. I even was looking for this trade here, but we didn't stall there long enough. So all right, we got 10 minutes left. But yeah, I'm really wondering if I'm going to even want to keep trading that one that lost. I gotta see after I write all of them out. No sell, no buy, so I gotta wait for the next pullback. Because those trend, like starting a new trend type of trades, I'm telling y'all, those are like the best trades that I have. Aside from just the traditional pullbacks. But yeah, see, I'm definitely gonna have to look at it. I gotta, if I can't figure out that it's just a certain number of bars or something like that that causes the issue, then I'll just take it out. But I won't really know until I write everything on one sheet of paper and look at everything, see the overall win-loss ratio. That's the first thing that I always look at. Like, if we're anything close to break even, it's out of there real fast because it makes no sense. Because what ends up happening is, if it's something where like overall there's either it is break even or it's close to break even, what ends up happening is that on days where there's a lot of trades, like there's 10, 15 trades, those are the times where it works out. But then on days like today where I only have, how many? 9, well, I mean 9 trades, it's not that bad, but we already know at least, let's see, this one was invalid there. The divergence trade I'm now taking out, so we're pretty much at 7 trades. That's not a whole lot for me to be scalping, right? So some things will work out really, really well when there's high volatility, there's a lot of trades. But if it doesn't work out well on days where the volatility or the volume is low and I don't have a lot of trades and there's more losses on those days, I would rather take the setup out altogether, because it screws you on the days where you don't have enough trades to even cover the loss. And on the days where there's so many trades where that win doesn't really even matter, let's just take it out altogether. It makes no sense. So yeah, I'm just going to have to go through and see if there's any way for me to quantify the difference between the losses and the wins. And if I can't, and it's break even, we'll just take it out and leave it there. And that's okay with me. That is okay with me. All right, we got 6 minutes left. You missed all the trades today. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning. Good morning. How was your day so far? You said you got a lot going on, but I hope you're at least having a good day. And you're welcome. You are welcome. All right, so if we end up here in the next 6 minutes, cool. I'm positive, back positive for the week, it looks like. So that's what matters most. So that means that the rest of the week can just be working towards getting a little bit further in the green. Let's see, summary. Yep. We are back in the green for the week. What I am happy about though, like low key, high key, y'all, is that every week my summary page of adjustments, lessons, gets shorter and shorter and shorter. And even with like this week so far, I haven't really made a whole lot of adjustments for real. So that's good. Let me see if I can. Let's see, Monday. There was only like 2 things. 3 things that I made adjustments for, nothing major. Tuesday, 1 thing. That's really it. But what I like is that the adjustments that I'm making is not really affecting the wins. Like I'm just basically filtering out losses and not wins with it. So that's good. Didn't get to trade today, but there's always tomorrow. Hey. A no trade day is better than a red day. That's the way that I see it. That's the way I see it. All right, we got 2 minutes left. Let's see. Oh, I moved my contact. see what happens here. Probably nothing. Probably nothing. But there's been a couple times where I got a trade at 10:59, like 10:59 and 40 seconds. 20 seconds left in the session, and I get a trade. So gotta sit it through, see what happens. But just in case, I'll go ahead and I'll screenshot the account so you guys can see that. Man, we just really flattened out, didn't we? Just open the 5-minute chart. Alright, now I know for sure there's gonna be nothing. So let me show you guys the accounts. Alright, so guys, this is where we're at after the third day of the week. Right now, basically, I'm up about $70 per account for the week. So, hey, we're in the green. Can't be mad at that. I took 9 trades today. And if I can get to my trades tab in the trade performance. So took 9 trades, 3 wins, 2 losses, 1, 2, 3, 4 break evens. There's 1 invalid trade in there for sure, just because the volume, you know, didn't spike as fast as I thought it would. And then also the divergence trade, I know for sure is going to be null and void, because we need that VWAP to be there if the volume pattern is not going to be the way that I want it to be. And then also, like I said, I'm going to look at that one setup for that buy that I lost, because I don't like that. That's one of my highest, just that particular setup in general, not really how it rotated over the minor level, but that particular setup in general has the highest win rate of all of my setups. So I need to make sure that that particular way that it rotated over my minor level is not what's holding me back with that setup altogether. So we'll see. But yeah, overall happy with today. Just a couple of adjustments that need to be made. I thank you guys for tuning in. Yeah, Amelia, not bad. Hey, we green. I tell y'all, green is better than red. That's all I care about. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye guys. See you tomorrow.